They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. Truth is gonna be heard. Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puppies, y'all Lil Boozy, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal. I never nobody, right? I'm the that never nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I want. And
why all Kanye West is really spilling the tea on everything he witnessed at Diddy's parties. We knew it was only a matter of time before those who attended started snitching on each other, but we didn't expect it to go this deep. The wild part. Kanye seems to be leading the charge, and he's got a lot to say about Diddy and Oprah, especially regarding her alleged activities at these parties. It looks like Oprah might need to rev up her PR team in response to the details Kanye is dropping. Let's be real, Kanye's motives for exposing Oprah aren't exactly altruistic. It looks like he's trying to save his own skin and deflect some of the heat off himself, especially after being sued for sexual assault. His accuser, Lauren Pisart, has linked him directly to Diddy. She claims Kanye acted highly unprofessionally towards her during her time working with him. He initially hired her for his Yeezy fashion line, but later promoted her to personal assistant, offering a hefty salary of $1 million. According to reports, Lauren was primarily supporting herself via an Only profile in 2021. When she met West, she says he hired her to work on the first season of his Yeezy women's fashion line, and they ended up collaborating on 3 tracks from his DA album. Pishat does not have any formal credits on the record. However, West subsequently hired Pishat as his personal assistant with an annual salary of $1 million on the condition that she is available 24/7. She says she agreed to the terms. However, it didn't take long for Kanye to start behaving inappropriately toward her. Reports indicate that he began sending her some seriously inappropriate text messages. After she closed the account, she claims she was bombarded with explicit text messages from West, including videos. Pishat also claims while talking to her on the phone, and that on one occasion he pledged himself in front of her after trapping her in a private room on his plane. She claimed that he would say stuff like, "See, my problem is I be wanting towing, but then after I dan I want a girl to tell me how hard they've been hey while I'm them, then I want her to cheat on me," he would apparently go on to describe his intimate fantasies with vulgar language. Another time she claimed that he texted her saying, "Is my D wrist it? Is this effing racist D of mine? I going to this wrist D for being racist. I'm going to stare at pictures of white women with black behinds and beat these out of my racist, beating the ish out of his big black." Just when things seemed to settle for him, Lauren updated her wrongful termination lawsuit with serious allegations against Kanye. She claims he spiked her drink during a party co-hosted by Diddy. According to the lawsuit, both she and her former artist management client, whose name isn't mentioned, were invited by Kanye to the session. Shortly after arriving, drinks were served, and attendees were told they had to drink to stay. Lauren claims she took a few sips of a beverage poured by Kanye's assistant and soon began to feel disoriented. The next day, she woke up with little memory of what had happened and felt deep shame and embarrassment. Years later, while working with Kanye, he allegedly referenced that night, claiming they had hooked up and sharing more details about the incident. Lauren initially thought she had just embarrassed herself at a work function. In the lawsuit, she states that when she told Kanye she couldn't remember the studio session, he laughed and remarked that women often claim not to remember until that very moment in the conversation. Lauren was reportedly unaware that she had experienced gender-based battery during that studio night with Kanye West, also known as Ye. Given Kanye's current troubles, it's not surprising he might be deflecting blame by implicating others. He made some shocking claims, suggesting that Oprah was Diddy's madam and played a role in helping him find women for his parties. This revelation isn't entirely unexpected, considering Oprah's past friendships with figures like Harvey Weinstein. British actress Cadden Noble previously called out both Oprah and Naomi Campbell for allegedly aiding Weinstein, claiming Oprah had even helped facilitate access to young women. Meanwhile, Oprah has been publicly positioned as an advocate against sexual assault in the industry. Remember when she suddenly shifted focus to a documentary about Michael Jackson after his death? Following Jackson's passing, Oprah became fixated on the Leaving Neverland documentary, which portrayed him negatively. She even interviewed his accusers, Wade Robson.
He was with people in which I admired dearly. He was with Naomi Campbell. He had Oprah Winfrey there with him, who entered the room and was swinging off his arm and just seemed like a very dear friend.
James Safechuck, who later recanted their allegations, stating he never harmed them. This makes it even more perplexing that Oprah would take such steps to tarnish his legacy, especially since she had claimed they were close friends during his life. Her decision to platform the accusers drew significant backlash. While Oprah argued she was raising awareness about the culture of sexual assault in the entertainment industry, many felt her motives were questionable, especially given her connections to figures like Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein. For years, rumors have circulated suggesting she was aware of their actions long before they became public, yet she remained silent.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Eva Baroni Combs? Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you.
This raises serious questions about her role as an advocate for justice. How can she hold others accountable while ignoring wrongdoing among her friends? It seems she's quick to call out issues elsewhere but chooses to look the other way when it's close to home. Now, Kanye is highlighting this hypocrisy. If her ties to Weinstein and Epstein are alarming, it gets even murkier with her connection to John of God, a Brazilian who claimed to be a spiritual healer but was later exposed as a fraud. Oprah showcased him on her show for years, promoting him as a remarkable figure, which only adds to the intrigue surrounding her network of connections.
One of the most famous spiritual healers in the world rarely talks to anyone on camera. John of God agreed to sit down with me under a mango tree on the grounds of the casa.